Keim. I'm 22 years old, and about 2 years ago, my nephew was diagnosed with Duchenne Muscular Dystrophy. Duchenne basically deteriorates the muscles over time, so children that are diagnosed with Duchenne eventually end up being in a wheelchair by puberty. Their life expectancy is to about 20 to 30 years old. Duchenne Muscular Dystrophy is the most common fatal genetic disorder diagnosed in children, and there is currently no cure. It affects about 1 in every 3,500 live births every year. That means 20,000 new cases every year. My nephew was diagnosed about 2 years ago. He was 1 year old at the time. We were heartbroken when we found out the news. My sister dropped to her knees and just was sobbing. She was so upset because we know that, one day he's going to have to be in a wheelchair, and one day he will most likely pass away before the rest of us. It affects us every day. We see him, he's not as developed and he's not progressing as much as a normal child would without Duchenne. He still can't talk yet because his mouth muscles are just a little weak. He's getting there, but he still can't talk, and he's 3, so it's hard for us when he wants something and we try to give it to him, but we don't know exactly what he wants because he can't communicate with us properly. He has a whole long, rough road ahead of him, and all we can really do is just be strong for him and make him the happiest child in the world, and he is. But we know that his muscles are already deteriorating. So last year for my 21st birthday, I decided to donate my birthday to Duchenne Muscular Dystrophy. So instead of asking a friend to come out with me and buy me a drink, or for anyone to buy me a gift, I asked that they donate to Parent Project Muscular Dystrophy to the cause of Duchenne. My original goal was $210 that I wanted to raise, and I ended up raising $1,462. So this year we're running at the Disney Marathon weekend, and we're running with Run for Our Sons. It's an organization within Parent Project Muscular Dystrophy, where it's for the boys. We do it because one day hopefully they'll be able to run for themselves. It's all just geared toward running for the cause, and it's a way as a community we can all get together and just support one another and try to make a change. So obviously donations are always welcome. You can go to markiesrangers.com. That's the website we have for my nephew in particular. Or you can go to parentprojectmusculardystrophy.org/go/Austen. Parentprojectmusculardystrophy.com. Markie's Rangers under Parent Project Muscular Dystrophy. But other than money donations, just awareness is the best tool to help find a cure. The more people know about it, the more it's important to people, and the more people will want to make a change and just become advocates for this disease. My half marathon was really hard. It was a lot harder to train than I thought it would be. Last year I ran the 10K, so that was half the distance. Last year I ran 6.2 miles. This year I ran 13.1. When training, I only got up to 10 miles, and that was just the week before the race actually was. And I guess that's enough, because when you get to 10 miles, then the adrenaline kicks in. So I flew out a few days early so I could watch my nephew in the early morning while my sister was running her races. And it was really nice. I got to cuddle in bed with him and just spend some time with him on our own, and it really helped me realize what I was running those races for and who I was running it for. But I was struggling a lot, halfway through the race. My first 10K of the race, the first 6.2 miles, went really well. I didn't stop at all. And then after that, I kind of slowed down a little bit, and it wasn't so fun anymore. But when I got to around mile 9, I was really struggling. But then I started thinking of my nephew, and then I started tearing up, and I just felt really empowered, and I realized what I was running for and who I was running for, and I started just running a lot better. It was just really scary just having to do this big thing on my own, but once again I just kept my nephew in mind, and it was a lot of fun. Then when I started thinking of him and why I was running, and it was a good time. And then once I finished, I was struggling, and it was hard, and it was definitely a challenge for my body and for my brain, thinking about it, trying to get through it mentally and physically. It was hard. It was really a challenge. But then once I finished, I just felt so proud of myself and so accomplished, and I want to do it again next year. And then I did win this little medal. It has Donald Duck on it. And I don't know, it's just a nice memory to look back on. And now I have this, and I'll either do the half next year, or I'll maybe do the full and just really train for it. So last year I donated my 21st birthday to PPMD, Parent Project Muscular Dystrophy, and I was able to raise over $1,400. This year, my family as a whole, we raised over $10,000.